The bright light of flaring gas illuminates Gbarantoru whenever a well testing exercise is carried out in the community. The paramount ruler of Ekwetiama Kingdom, King Bubaraye Dakolo, is drawing global attention to the plight of his people.
The entire world should know that this is what the communities that bear oil and gas in the Niger Delta, Gbarantoru Town, Ekwetiama Kingdom, Bayelsa State, the Niger Delta, suffer from. Shell, Chevron, Mobil, Elf, Ajib, and the rest of them will not attempt to do this in their countries. But here, they pretend like it doesn't matter. It matters. The flare is less than 150 meters from where we stand, and as close as about 50 meters from some houses behind me.
We walked close to the houses few meters away, but could not go closer because of the unbearable heat from the blaze.
We are experiencing case of convulsion and miscarriage in this community. And look at it, the noise too is disturbing us. Look at the house, it's shaking. Even we too, the air we are inhaling is bad, it's contaminated. The water in the river, the rainwater too, everything is bad because of this gas flaring. Their own is to come and make their money and leave us alone.
They can lay pipe from here to the sea and load crude every day. But when they want to flare gas, they cannot lay pipe to the sea. Why? They should lay this pipe to elsewhere. They can flare the gas when the effects will be so minimal.
The periodic well testing exercise is not the only source of concern for the chairman of the Bayelsa State Traditional Rulers Council.
It is one of the most polluting flares in the whole universe because it's projected close to 60 or so meters off ground. So at the end of this exercise, people will die, birds will die, insects will die, and the world doesn't seem to know the price the oil-bearing communities of Bayelsa State pay for oil to be available for the federal government of Nigeria is untold.
Gbarantoru and neighboring communities always experience heavy rainfall. However, water from the rooftops can be likened to acid rain. The impact of carbon emissions is a subject of concern for the Canadian Association of Physicians for the Environment. The association invites guests to the World Health Organization's pavilion at COP29 to discuss health cost and impactful intervention for fossil fuels.
Generally, the ads are being put out there by fossil fuel companies to hide the fact that they're not actually doing what they need to do, which is decrease production, decrease combustion of fossil fuels. If they can put out assertions like we will be net zero by 2050 without having to back that up by actual plans, it looks like they're doing something when they're actually not.
Countries like Nigeria, massive impacts, but massive impacts around the world. So we need to move forward. I've been working with the Secretary General to be clear about what large corporations need to do. When they say they're committed to climate change, they actually need to be reducing their emissions. They need to be scaling money to clean, and they need to be thinking about a just transition for workers and communities.
Nigerians at the meeting also lend their voices to the conversation.
Health impacts of fossil fuel extraction and usage in Nigeria is so well known because our people live the experience. They're living right in the middle of the crisis.
Very stricter measures of control and regulations be applied in order to mitigate this environmental genocide on the lives of our people. And this has to be treated with the urgency it requires today. That's the position of the Ijaw Youth Council, and that's why we're here to propagate that message that we cannot kill our people on an alarming scale.
Ovieteme George, Arise News.